Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, the only place where geeks come to geek out. And this is episode 17 of Cloudscape.
Whoa!
Bow, 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 bow. Wait, I have a real button.
It's happening for you, but not for us, I don't think. It is happening.
It did. It did.
Wow.
That's all I got.
My Zoomer ass is so impatient.
If this is the first time you're checking out Cloudscape, did you know there's 16 more episodes? You just have to go back to the YouTubes or go back to the
fact,
podcast.
you can start here and then just watch random episodes and the story still somehow makes sense.
Because we're only 4 days in.
We're reeling this shit in real time, yeah.
This is season 2.
Season 2!
Whoa.
How are you guys doing today?
Great. Excellent. Never been
Hyped.
Sick as fuck.
in the cool way. He's not actually sick.
Yeah,
We would never play with a sick person.
No, because that would be unsafe.
Yeah.
I only play virtually with fully healthy, tested people. They've all done a wellness screening.
I'm gonna keep my comments to myself there. I'm gonna sip my tea.
That took me a hot second. But I want to get right into it. I'm excited to play.
That's the problem. That's why you gotta get tested.
Stop.
You said you would keep your goddamn comments to yourself.
No, I didn't.
You
did, I thought.
You literally
You did.
just did.
You said, I'm gonna sip my tea. Liar.
We're in a mood today. It's been a week for you, but it's been a couple weeks for us. And we are catching up
25.
on weeks of hilarity and chaos that we don't
That
get
will
to
not see the internet because
Yes.
we like having careers.
do. We don't put our genitals on the internet.
Not anymore.
Whoa.
Some of us
What are you
do.
guys implying?
We'll let you figure out which
What are you guys
ones.
implying?
Not me.
I
Don't-
missed you.
My privates
Not
are
ever.
private.
Oh, bother.
My privates
Well,
are public.
Now you guys have narrowed down the suspects very adamantly.
Are you guys ready to launch today's episode?
Did you get my mic? I think we got it there. I don't think I don't think either of you guys have clapped yet. So if you guys just want
I
to
don't think
clap,
any of
and
us
we can
clap.
sync up the audio.
We haven't clapped
We
at
are
all.
so out of sync in this goddamn show.
And 1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks.
The only place where geeks come to geek out, other places nerds go to nerd out. You don't want to be involved with that. There's just math
Yeah,
involved. and
fucking nerds.
no
In other
superheroes.
places, nuts go to nut out.
And we
Go
loop
hang
right
out
back
with the
around.
alpacas.
And if you go to the fuck around, you'll find out.
Hey,
And
Hey,
let's
guys.
launch in today's episode of Clouds.
I didn't realize how much I missed Austin.
Pussy laminate on the track.
No more of that. No more of that.
Stretch
It's
it out
the
like a
tism.
violin.
Please.
Guys,
Hey, man.
I've been up since 4:30. Let's play some games.
Previously on Cloudscape, Theo was met by the light guard outside his house, sitting on a curb with a disassembled firearm, but that didn't stop the light guard from being light guard
And a bullet wound.
and a bullet wound bleeding from his shoulder. Rights were not read, protocols were not followed, healed, but then taken to the Citadel and met with Commander Orin of the Light Guard. And basically, because proper protocol was not followed, they didn't get shit from him off the jump. But they didn't have a private conversation letting Commander Orin know exactly what he intended to do to clean the streets in his own way, because the proper protocols weren't working. and they came to somewhat of an agreement that they both wanted peace, and it better not get out of hand. Meanwhile, down in the Knights of Axiom headquarters, Syrkon and Kit both left at separate times because they're fighting. Syrkon ended up back in the first alley where they all met. And Kit and Tobias ended up back in the prison district, exiting a certain Floral Don Cucci's. Is he one of the knights? Who knows? But then after Kit stashed her dad away, she connected with the light guard who got her back to the Citadel, just in time to run into Theo exiting the Citadel. We're getting cast members together, y'all.
You're welcome.
Theo called in a favor to get them transported to Syrkon's, and Kit, Syrkon, and Theo were finally all in the same place. Everybody kind of put all the cards on the table, letting them know exactly what they intended to do. Syrkon had an amazing flashback of the moment that he first met Nan. 20, 30 years ago?
Time's a weird soup. Don't put a timeline on it. It's gonna fuck with you later. It will
Insert
bite you in the
time.
ass.
Years ago? Oh yeah, it had to be more than 20, 30 years ago.
See, you're already fucking with yourself. Don't do it.
It was
Some
like
time
50
ago.
years ago.
Yeah. And they were planning next steps when Theo got 2 text messages. One from Molly, one from Retta, both saying in the energy of, ready for my date tonight.
Joke's on you, Theo, sleeping with both of them.
Tonight, we're gonna
Theo got
role
shot.
play
He
it
got
second
pity
by
points.
second.
And
Are you ready for
One's
3
one's
rounds of
get in the
intense
bathroom.
lovemaking?
One's going home.
Roll for pleasure. Roll for pleasure.
Listen, roll for connections. That's all I'm saying.
I've got my fate dice, I've got my sex dice, and I'm ready to play.
Sex
Yeah,
dice,
is it
sex
okay?
dice
I brought-
are off to the
I
races.
brought my fuzzy dice for this episode. Is that cool?
That's crazy. I brought my fuzzy handcuffs.
But
I brought my
before
furry
we
Ooh, I'm gonna put hands on you.
Before we pick up with y'all at Syrkon's, Wayland, the last we saw of you, you were staking out High Point University to find out where Liana was up to somehow connect with everybody else. And you waited around, found out that you were staking, the tracker led you to her dorm room. And the last you saw was she was exiting the dorm, getting into a car, which you remembered to be Tabitha's. So let's start with you. What are you doing?
I think, as far as like Wayland's perspective, he was searching for a way into the Knights of Axiom headquarters, because I think that with recent events, kind of learning more about it, trying to like hear their perspective and maybe see if we could join forces was something on his mind. But now that I know that she's with Tabitha, I think I'll just follow them to make sure that they're like going somewhere safe and they're not coming back or doing anything crazy. And then I would like, I just want to follow up on them because I already committed on tailing her. So I'm just going to make sure that their location is known. And then if they aren't doing anything sussy, then I would just go back to Max's.
Sussy Baka.
Okay, so what did we decide that you were rolling to like Spider-Man across the city?
Burglary.
Whatever his best stat is.
Yeah.
That would be fight. I would like to fight the building. With my...
Exactly. You
fighting
gotta punch
gravity.
it so hard. The force of the building pushes you and projectiles you whatever direction you need to go.
Yeah.
If you just dropped some
Just be
X.
Deku. It's fine.
That's some. I was about to say that's some My Hero shit right there. So roll burglary to see how well you can tail them.
Okay. Okay. Wow. That's such a good roll. So that gets rid of my modifier. So 1.
Oh fuck.
Neat. So you are tailing this car. It's driving around, but you find that they're driving a little erratically. She's She's not just casually driving through the city, following all traffic laws. She's skipping some stops. She's curving around, and in all that, you tend to lose them after a few blocks.
So proud of her.
Okay.
She taught
Damn.
you.
Losing them is less than ideal. Because I avoided the buster call to go to Max's, or muster call, I should say, to go to Max's, because I thought that this was this had precedence over it, and then I failed to do
Even that.
So that really blows.
Honestly, you should feel relieved because it shows how good Tabitha is
Exactly.
at making sure she can't be followed. So that should
Yeah.
actually
Theo's not
make you
gonna
feel
be upset at
happy.
you.
Yeah, I guess I just feel like, like an idiot.
See, in Theo's books, you technically just did everything right.
Cool. He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
I feel like, damn it, I wasn't there when he needed me. I didn't do this easy thing, so I'm gonna tail tucked. I'm gonna solemnly swing back to Max's.
Sad swing.
To immediately realize, fuck.
No, wait.
Is it raining? No, Waylon's crying again.
Go piss on my face and call it Wayland Tears.
Oh, sorry. Captain Hook's crying again.
Yeah, I'm so
Yes.
upset. I gave myself a fair chance to have a cool name, and I
The pressure, both in game and reality.
Okay,
Fuck.
so if you're going back to Max's,
Yeah.
give me a stealth check.
okay. I think I'm decent at that, so long as I don't roll 3 negatives.
Yeah, brutal.
Oh, 3 negatives again. Cool.
He's just getting them out of the way.
So
Right.
that will be a -1.
Oh shit. So as you're swinging through the city, you're approaching Max's and being a little distracted about losing Liana, and
Can't believe I did that. I'm such an idiot. What kind of freaking spy am I? I'm so dumb.
Lands on the roof, sees lights everywhere.
exactly, like you're not taking the normal care that you would when you're stealthing around, and especially since you got the call, so you rush there just to run smack dab into a light guard. You land on the roof.
Oh, and they're up there.
I need him to roll to see if he tackles the light guard like he tackled that one guy at High Point University.
It's Chad's dad.
Chad Senior.
So you don't even, well, on top of a stealth, roll a perception.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see if you even notice.
Let's see if I can roll 3 negatives.
Can he see
quick,
through
3
the
times in a
tears
row.
in his eyes?
Right.
Okay, neutral, negative. So that's pretty
Oh
cool.
no.
Um,
Austin's ice cold.
my perception. I don't think I have a good one of those, do I? I have a +1, so that is 0.
All right, so you land on the roof, and you're like muttering to yourself, old man, pissed about fucking shit up, and
Yeah, I guess that plays into my
See,
life.
now he's
doesn't
gonna
it?
have to fight and he's gonna kill the man accidentally.
Yeah, now I'm gonna roll.
He's gonna roll and erase him from existence.
Yeah.
And so you go into the entrance that you normally would. Like you normally land on the roof, then you swing down and come right through a window, and you come into a window, and right there in the doorway is a light guard officer who, as you swing through, draws his weapon, points it at you, says, "Halt! Stay right there."
This isn't my house.
Yeah, I go, where are my keys? No, so it's, I can't remember, what time of day is it right now?
For you, it's still, it's mid-morning,
Okay.
not quite
Um,
afternoon.
Okay, so I guess, it's pretty bright out. He's just got like his taser thing. I can't
Yeah.
remember what their guns are.
Yeah, they're like stun guns. You know that
Yeah.
they're firearms, but they don't shoot deadly bullets. They're more like
Unless the gun's at the back of your head.
Then
I'm
maybe-
just going to fall backwards out the window.
Hell yeah.
with intent to what?
Land
With
on a
intent
light
to
guard.
kill. No. Ideally, I would swing. Like I would just like hit the building behind us. But if that doesn't work, I will land on someone tactfully.
All right. As you're dropping out, roll athletics.
Okay. Athletics? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Negative, neutral. I am going to invoke. Yeah, I am going to invoke. What? No one said it was easy.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
ain't easy.
I'll invoke. No one said it was easy, and I'm gonna re-roll. And this roll, you guys. Wait, let me. So
Did he
This
full
time,
roll again?
let's get
Yep.
2 positives. 2. Okay,
Let's do it.
2.
Okay, we got it.
Too positive.
Manifesting it.
Negative, positive, neutral.
Halfway there.
So that is a
He's just
1.
banking these so Theo can have some
A
good
1.
for his dates today.
Cool.
All right.
Roland
So
needs to sleep.
yeah. As you're dipping out of the window, you fire off your grappling hook, and it connects with the roof, but a little too late. Like you didn't quite gauge the distance. And
Drags across the ground.
T, stop DMing for me. Like the third time you're saying what I'm about to say, and then it sounds like I'm just repeating you. Yeah, you do the whole
Twins.
Spider-Man swing where like it's too long and you slam right into a dumpster.
Cool. Very cool. I guess I'm gonna try to like run into the alleys and hide.
All right, so now roll another stealth.
Jesus Christ. Neutral, negative.
Oh my god.
That
Austin.
will be 0.
So
You guys
you're
have any
like-
D6s?
so you're running through the alley, but in your panic, you come straight out into the street where now you find that there are light guard cars and there's other light guard officers, and at this point they're starting to be on alert because somebody just said there was an individual with a hook for a hand, just swung in and dipped out, and so now they're all watching.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
I need. Can you actually? You're gonna need to roll some initiative here.
Theo's not getting a date. Theo's going back to the fucking.
I'm okay. I still have one trick up my sleeve, I think. Initiative?
Yeah. So
What do I add to that
this-
again?
You would roll. You would roll perception, and that works for initiative.
Oh my god.
Oh, good. Oh, that one's cocked at least.
Let me pull my light guard cards out.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so that's a +1. We rolled a positive roll for the first time, and my perception is I got a 2.
All right. So your
I
move
really
first.
can only roll when it's 2 punch. That's the only time
It's
my
the only
rolls
time-
are decent.
You know
It's
what? This
good
is
to know who you are as a person.
this really is balance because your fight scene was just ungodly high, and so now here's where
The
you're
10, 11, 12, it's got to come full circle at some point.
Yeah, the 12. Oh my god, off the fucking chart. All right, but you did roll above the light guard, so we're gonna call this one zone, just
Okay.
outside Theo's house. If you go back into Max's, that's a second zone, and down the street will be a separate zone as well.
Okay. I would like to. Oh, I don't know if I want to spend another fate point right away, but maybe I will. No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to use. I would like to run out of the zone, like to disengage, from like the area, And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stow my hook hand and take off the mask and try to like pretend to just be like a homeless person.
Okay,
Far
so
from the truth.
So just as a reminder for those listening, during combat, you can do 4 things. Or you get to move, and then you can do 1 action. The actions you can do are overcome. You can try to, overcome some sort of obstacle, whether that's a physical obstacle or whatever. You can create an advantage, and you're basically creating a story tag or an aspect in that moment. You can attack or you can defend, and defend is a free action. But if you choose not to use either of those, you can move twice, so you can span 2 zones. So it sounds like you are moving into the next zone, and then trying to
create advantage. Yeah, I'd like to bolster like my stealth rolls in some way to like appear homeless.
All right, roll deceive, roll a deception.
I really can only fight is my thing, I guess.
You really put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay, but I don't think I have anything to deception.
He's
I don't.
fighting being noticed.
Nice, I am, and I'm losing. And I'm losing that fight. Can I add +2 because of the create advantage? Is that how that works?
Well, this is you have to first create the advantage.
Oh, I understand.
This is you seeing how well you create this advantage.
Okay. So then it's a 1.
All right. So as you're swinging to the next basically down the street, just outside Don Cucci's, matter of fact, you go quickly into an alley, but you might be out of sight, but they know exactly where you are. And now you hear like car door slamming and engines roaring, and they are on the chase. So they're going to get in their cars, and there were 3 cars that first showed up outside Theo's, with 6 light guards each. One of those is going to quickly get in their car, and they're going to drive after you. I'm going to roll a perception for them to see if they can find you in the alley.
Is
Beat
the
a 1.
Cops theme song
Beat a
public
1. I'd love to
usage?
see you beat a 1. Do your worst.
Well, I got a 2.
Yeah, I bet you did.
So it speeds up to the alley where you just dipped into, and you hear through like this megaphone through the car, "Citizen, halt!"
Is that are they waiting for a response? Because I'm not responding.
It's your turn.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna try to get any kind of advantage I can.
Okay, it's a
So I'm gonna
burglary roll.
trying to get to the building above me. Please, guys, something. Okay. +1. That's a 4. Jeepers.
4. Okay,
Good. Woo!
and so are you spanning 2 zones, or are you?
Yeah. Well, I get. Yeah. So I'll go to the zone above us, and then I'll dash away to like forwards.
Basically the next zone. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason I made that sound, thanks for laughing at me, is because I was trying to determine if 2 zones was going laterally up, or if that's just the next zone. But I guess ultimately it's your decision.
Yeah, no, if this was a combat scenario, I mean, it is a combat scenario. It would be.
If it was a combat scenario, I would be cleaning house right now. I don't care how many cops there are.
That's where the problem. You got to stop trying to play who you're not. Listen, you really got to let Theo get a higher kill count than you? That's embarrassing.
So with a 4 with burglary, and they're kind of stuck to the ground, you manage to get out of their sight. You're swinging away. They lose track of you. But as you're swinging, not too far in the distance, you hear the sound of like a, and it's kind of like this whir sound that's through the air. It's not
They
like
have
down.
drones?
Sure as fuck they got something.
Of course they
aerial.
got
That's what
drones.
Waylon says. Do they have drones?
But phones was
I'm
out
running.
of the question.
As I'm running. Okay. Drones, or is it a helicopter? I guess I'm gonna keep running, but can I make a free perception check?
Yeah.
Why do I even ask? What's the point? What's the point of asking? This guy's for people watching at home. This is why I make an excellent DM, because I constantly roll terrible.
And I can lie.
Perception is -3, so -2.
Yeah, all you hear in the distance is that sound. Where are you headed?
I am headed away from the whirring sound. I'm just like I'm not going to my safe house because I'm too hot right now. I am just I'm trying to lose them. Can I create an advantage now to try to like find a
Hidey hole.
grate to lift and go through down into like an actual building, or a skylight or something like can I I want to get lost.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth. I'm going to say we're out of combat because with that great burglary roll, and you're just running. So you went far outside their combat zone. But now they're still searching for you. So we're going to see how well you find a space to hide.
Okay, net 0. Stealth is +2.
All right. So basically, you're zipping around and you find a small shed.
Okay. Okay, cool.
On ground level, and so you pop in there.
And I feel like, do I get the sense that somebody saw me go in here? Like, do I feel like I'm a far enough distance away from like the whirring sound? Or
Yeah, the whirring was in a distance, and you haven't seen anybody.
okay, cool. So
minute.
I think the play then is I'm gonna ditch the coat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stow the hand, put the prosthetic on, and I'm gonna stow the mask.
Finally takes off the mask.
And you're gonna
A
just
bit
see like this
sweaty
like
as fuck.
red. Yeah, you see this red. And I'm going to just like enter civilization and feel the temperature of the street around me.
What does Wayland wear underneath the coat?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's my big burly bear old man chest.
For real?
Just a
No.
Speedo.
Yes, just a Speedo. Yeah,
Spending
yeah.
a fate point.
No. Not because I don't like that, because the citizens couldn't handle that visage. But no, I would just like wear like some like tattered like loose fitting clothes. I look like a
A
what's
Pharrell
it called?
model.
Just like a laborer. You know what I mean? Just
A
like
laborer.
some loose fitting, like grubbed up like
Sure.
t-shirt and
And where you had swung, because Theo's is on the outskirts of the Prism District, Prism Square, and the Iron Corners, you headed towards the Iron Corners, and you fit right in. At this point in the morning, people are usually at work or working in the factories, but there's a few people that are still moseying about, and yeah, you're part of the vibe. We've established you don't have a cell phone, right?
I do.
Who does?
I have one because I broke a whole bunch of phones and stuff in that drawer, getting a burner out of the drawer there. I don't.
Yeah, he's got one
that
of
was
Theo's.
Forever, because that's how I got the call. That
Duh.
I needed
Duh.
to get access. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I will. Yeah, I will ring up Theo.
Okay. And so by this point,
How do these contraptions work? Trying
Theo
to dial
gets
up
those
my
2
notes.
text messages, and then shortly after, buzz, buzz, buzz.
Theo Maxwell.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who is this?
Is it safe to talk? I don't really know how these things work. Is this?
Oh,
can I
Wayland.
just-
Hi, what do you need?
Okay, cool. Oh,
Okay, cool.
that was stressful. What your place is hot right now? Where are you?
Oh shit. Where are you?
I don't know. I can get to you though.
Do you know? Wait, hold on. Syrkon, do you mind if Wayland knows where you live?
He's already been here.
Oh Jesus Christ. You know that terrible thing that happened to you?
Yeah.
You should go there.
and I can't remember. It's
To
not in the
clarify,
Iron
not
Quarters, right?
for the same reason. You'll get to keep the other hand.
Thank goodness. It's not in the Iron Corners, right?
No, it's
like in the
closer
fancy-
to Prism Square. Yeah,
So it'll take me like hours to get there.
no. I mean, it's we're still in one city, y'all, and it's a big city, but it's still in one tower. It's not like
cool.
expansive.
Okay,
They
okay.
build up rather than build out.
Guys, it's not very expansive, this layout, so luckily we built up and not out, so I should be there.
I can send a driver to you. Just
Tell Wayland to look at his map.
we're not opening that can of worms.
One second. How do you? I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, okay. No, I'm. It's too hot over here right now. I'll walk. I'll be there in less than 2 hours. Easily less than 2 hours, because the infrastructure of this town is.
All right, so you're hoofing it to that dark place in your mind, and you three back at Syrkon's. You just got those texts. What you doing now?
Are Syrkon and Theo the same size?
I think you're slimmer. Syrkon's kind of a little burly.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Theo's not
broad-
borrowing a.
he's a
baggy
broad
suit. That's
shoulder.
not happening. Shit.
You're about
That's-
the weekend at Bernie's gonna ship this date.
That's a problem. Syrkon, what's the likelihood you just have clothes of mine? Be
Ugh,
honest here.
don't fucking answer that.
I have, what would you call it? A lost and
collection.
found.
We're gonna leave that as is. Can I see your lost and found?
It's more found than lost.
It's funny. The bodies are what's lost.
There a hand in
These-
there?
These clothes technically don't belong to anyone anymore. Why would Wayland need a glove?
Damn.
But on the account of us being vocal about everything with each other, I am not good without Tabitha. I double booked dates tonight.
Kit's just gonna laugh.
Listen, I can do it. That's not the problem. We just have a lot going on.
You have a lot going on.
Didn't you just find your father and then lose your grandmother? I don't want to hear it.
You know.
That's insane to say.
I guess
That's
technically
insane to
speaking,
compare
Kit-
double booking dates. I've got 2 women to impress, but didn't you just find your father? We're the same.
What are you crying
Theo
about?
got shot. He's going through a lot right now. Okay, Tabitha's gone.
Theo, I believe it's important for you to attend these dates. You
Yes.
must keep up your public image, otherwise Kieran will smell your weakness.
No, agreed. And technically speaking, one of these is to help establish an individual art or an arch luminary to be replaced.
Kit's gonna say, I smell something, but it's not weakness. When's the last time you've showered?
I mean, yesterday, but I got shot. There was a gunfight. I jumped through a window.
It piles on.
You
It's
killed the
been-
Dark Luminary, but she doesn't know that.
So
We had a
again,
big day.
Syrkon, you're lost and found.
Right this way. He gestures down towards the room.
Very briefly, Theo just has a sign of just defeat wash across his face before collecting himself and making his way towards true terror.
Did you ever think you'd ever willingly walk into the room?
No, I did not.
So speaking of the room, you
Mm,
keep hearing about as you're
Yes.
entering the space. Describe what it looks like.
it is at the end of this hall where a normal house would go to, say, an attached garage. It's a stark, empty hallway that ends in this door, and Syrkon opens the first door, this heavy, very clearly soundproof door, and on the other side is a cage door that he then pulls out a key, opens it from that side. Follow me. Goes down a few stairs into it's pitch black, and then you hear the click, and you hear the iridescent hum of these lights start flickering overhead, and it is a stark white sterile room. There are the chairs, like there's a plastic table and chairs in the center of the room. A chair
Making Dexter looks like an amateur.
a chair that Wayland remembers all too well is a sturdy, like, oak, like it's old wood. It is
Stained with blood.
yes, it is. Whether this is true or not, it is, an old world tree that was salvaged and turned into this chair. That's the lore behind it. That has the shackles. It has straps and shackles. It has any way to harness a body down is draped off of this. So it almost looks like the chair is melting at first glance. There's so much attached to it. And on the one wall is trays of operation instruments all laid out. On the wall there are different sharp implements, different size knives, swords, axes, pliers. It goes down the line of starts turning into hardware. It's just a wall of horror, but it's everything in its place, pristine, there to see in full view.
And then on the opposite wall is an NSYNC poster.
Yes. yeah. It's a
Signed.
dance.
Signed.
Yeah, it's behind the
Wow.
chair. Behind the
edition.
chair, so that you can't see it if you're in the chair, is a Dance Dance Revolution.
Nice, nice. After the person is passed out, he's like, I'm gonna get my steps in.
I gotta get my steps in.
Oh, Jesus. Theo kind of looks around. I don't know if I'm more impressed or terrified.
I take pride in my work.
I'm genuinely shocked at the level of non-blood. No. Anyways, clothes.
Right this way. And on the side, like I said, behind the chair where somebody strapped couldn't see, is essentially a bedroom. It's a completely open. There's or like a one-room apartment in New York, essentially, is what is in this back corner. So there's like a closet and all this stuff, because sometimes Syrkon likes to stay in there with anybody in the chair. So he likes to feel at home. And so he goes and he opens a closet, and inside this closet are clothes. No.
What do I need to roll to see if I can find something to fit?
Roll it.
Resources?
Sure, yeah.
Resources make sense to me.
Yeah.
That's +3 -1, so that'll be +2 +3, so +5.
So in this closet, you're going through like some sport coats of different sizes. There's a few dresses. There's all kinds of manner. And
Theo's
what are you
gonna
looking
mix
for?
it up, and he's gonna go for like a Mr. Rogers type look, like a nice heavy cardigan, some nice beige color slacks. He's gonna dress down, but still look his like Theo proper,
Mhm.
and really just kind of show off that it doesn't matter what Theo has available, he can make it look the best.
Sure, you find what you need, except in both of the sleeves of this cardigan, it's almost as if someone had taken like a drill straight through. And
Okay,
so there's
Theo
just small
cuffs his
holes.
sleeves. So it's fine.
There you go.
I remember that torso well.
We don't need to venture down that path.
What a weird thing to say.
But as
He
Theo is
wasn't
like,
the JT fan.
His name, he was one of the fighters who used to fight in the corners. Brunch Toughly. He owed a lot of money and lost the wrong fight.
I'm asking you names in the future. Brunch Toughly is the greatest name. If ever I get into fighting, that's going to be my stage name.
That's
Brunch Toughly. I'm writing this down.
Brunch.
If we ever go to a cemetery, that'll be one of the headstones.
Brunch
Brunch
Toughly.
Toughly.
Here lies
That
Brunch
was his, I
Toughly.
mean, that's the name he fought under. It's not. It wasn't his Christian name.
Oh, I see.
His Octarian name.
His Octarian name.
That's breakfast.
His mother was breakfast. His mother was breakfast. His father was lunch.
But as Theo is gathering these clothes, he's going to turn to Syrkon and kind of like look around to make sure Kit's not around.
Oh, Kit's been following like behind the entire time, but she's like standing like right outside like the gate, and she just stopped. So she's not
Perfect.
in the room with you. She's just
You're literally standing in the door between two worlds.
yeah. She didn't dare cross over.
When it comes to Kieran, she's out. I don't know
She's
what
out.
relationship you two have developed. The world can't handle two Syrkons.
She's far from me.
I don't disagree with that, but you don't need a protege.
I had one. That did not work out well.
This isn't bonding time, Syrkon. When it's Kieran, it's me, you, him, period. Nobody else.
Haven is a factor. He can't be ignored.
Oh no, that's your prerogative. You do what you want to him. I don't need to be involved with that one. But when it
Thank
comes
you.
to Kieran, it's the three of us, period.
Agreed.
Now for the next terrifying sentence, where is a shower? Preferably not one that you wash off other people's blood.
He was just about to gesture to the completely open stall that's just the drain in the floor and like the power washer.
Built into the wall.
Yeah. Back this way. And leads you back to the house to his bathroom, which is, of course, insanely luxurious.
Wayland is on his way, so and he's gonna turn from Syrkon to Kit. Wayland's on his way, so do your best to help him through the trauma he is going to experience here.
He's never arrived through the front door.
And that's exactly why I'm turning to you, Kit.
She's gonna give like a side eye to Syrkon, like I find more and more information about you.
Is
And
this what having a child come home feels like, Theo?
Theo
hope you're not
ignores that
talking
one and
about
just
me.
walks to the shower.
As he walks away, he's holding it close. His eyes are just like.
It's just a look of defeat across Theo's face. He's like, of all the shit I have to do, Syrkon is the worst.
This is a genuine question.
Hey, no,
And you
that's
just
the
walked
problem.
away.
That was
That's
the issue.
problem.
Kit doesn't want to sit alone in the house with Syrkon, so she's gonna go sit on the front porch and wait for Waylon.
Oh, now you get to talk to the two drivers.
Are they still parked outside?
Yeah.
Denton and Torek?
Yep. Yeah, they are going to be on Theo's hip, more or less. Not necessarily in the rooms, but they will be in the vicinity at all times.
So yeah, you see this kind of black Escalade kind of vehicle out front, and there's
Sponsor
one.
us.
There's one sitting in the passenger seat, but the other one is the driver's kind of sitting on the front hood, just kind of scoping out the neighborhood. And Theo, before you get in the shower, you get a text. Homeless man walking this way. Orders.
He's good.
Cut to Waylon being like, map? Something this small?
You would see first
Inconceivable.
this person that you haven't seen without a mask in a couple days, ambling your way.
She's gonna give like a ginger wave, like, "Hey."
Everything you do is ginger. Anyway, so
Good.
I'll stow the phone. And whether or not like Wayland was nervous, like you wouldn't be able to tell because his brow is never more than
Been
completely
exposed.
straight over his eyes at all times. So I kind of just like coldly walk up and nice to see you again.
I didn't want to sit inside with Syrkon.
I kind of sit down next to you. Yeah, it's people in this city do insane things.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say, I've found out a lot more than I would have liked to over the past day about Syrkon, and I don't know how I feel.
I think that there is a level that you have to reach where your morality doesn't matter. Your good and bad doesn't matter. When you live in what we have gone through, what makes sense doesn't make sense. I never hated him for the things he had to do, because we all have to do these insane things. And what I've really thought of in my time alone was that kids like you really shouldn't have to be dealing with it. And so I hope that we can just end it here. I think that it's crazy and it's scary, but us bad people are going to make this terrible place better.
I think everyone's definition of good and bad is different.
I hope you're right.
Do you want to know something fun?
Hit me.
I found my dad.
Denton's in the car. Yo!
I beat him. I beat his ass. No, I don't.
The other brother's like, shut up.
Yeah, no, that's what I just turn and I look at him. I beat his ass 1,000 times in his imagination.
I think that's the first time I've said it out loud, is that I found my dad. And I think the shock still hasn't worn off. But yeah, he wasn't in hiding. He didn't run. He didn't even know who he was.
I think that's the first good thing that's happened to any of us in a while. And as stressful and as much of a burden as it's been, it's really a blessing. And
It is.
And if you think about all of the hardships that you've gone through and what you've put yourself through as far as strengthening yourself, all of those scars are making you stronger. And now you have all of these experiences, all of these skills that you've developed that are only going to bring this brighter future more positive, more bright. Because look, we got to take the wins where they come in, and there's a lot for you to process, but what you should be processing is how grateful you are to have more time. And you know what? I kind of smile a little bit. The sooner we're all out of your life, the better, I bet.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Give it a few more days.
It has been a chaotic. She looks at her watch. Time is a social construct at this point.
It's a weird soup.
It's a weird soup.
Speaking of soup, actually, gonna run. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, are you hungry? Syrkon's bound to have.
Listen, I want to know what's in Syrkon's kitchen. No, let's explore this space.
Just wait till you come back inside.
He probably has some MREs in there.
There it is.
Maybe
Word of the day.
black coffee.
I stand up or whatever from like sitting next to you on this step, and it's it's gonna get a lot harder before it gets better. I still haven't forgotten about your grandma.
Yeah. I think in the chaos of finding my dad, I kind of forgot that she was gone for a little bit, and I feel guilty about that because it feels like I found someone, but I don't know. I don't want finding my dad to outshine losing my nan. I
try to just put my left hand on your shoulder a little bit, trying to ground you a little bit. Like, it's all a lot. It's too much. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's go back into that sociopath's house. We'll make a plan. We'll get your grandma. We'll fuck up Kieran Gold. You won't be there for that, I hope. But we're gonna get your grandma back, and we're gonna fucking set shit right.
Before this, can I roll
What do you want to do?
perception? Maybe to see if I heard Theo talking, because they weren't that far away when they were talking about how
when
he
you were
didn't
in the
want me
door of the room?
involved. Can I
Sure.
roll?
A retroactive perception?
Yeah,
Sound carries in my room.
A memory check. A memory check.
I almost made you
Yeah.
roll one at the time, but then it felt like you didn't try to hear. So
Yeah. Would it be maybe a perception?
yeah,
Okay.
perception or notice if you're using the actual fake core terminology.
A 4.
Yeah, you couldn't make out every single word, but you did hear Kit, out of it, Kieran. You could probably connect the dots to imagine about what the sentence was meant to say.
Okay. I don't think Theo and Syrkon want me involved in this either. And
I think we all just want. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't understand why, and I don't understand why everyone thinks I'm a child.
I think that we all just want your hands to be dirty from fixing cars. I've killed a lot of people. How many people have you killed?
Count the spider that was in Nan's bathroom the other day. Mm,
11.
None.
Moving on.
none. None.
This is the thing, you know, when you've done the things that we have done, you really cherish the life that you could have if you hadn't done it. I'm not saying you can't be there, but nobody wants you to travel down a path that you can't come back from.
I get that. But if I hadn't taken this road, I probably would have never found my dad.
It's your life, kiddo. I think, you know, you've got just as much stake in it as the rest of us, and I can't tell you what to do. You know.
I think you're the first person that's told me that you can't tell me what to do.
Oh shit.
She didn't know. She didn't know.
Well, I think that if anyone tries to tell you what to do, I'll tell them what the concrete tastes like with my fist. But that sounded way cooler in my head. I'm sorry. I don't talk to people in this way much.
Denton rolls down the window slightly and gives a side eye before rolling it back up.
Just like weak sauce, bro.
Yeah, let's go make a sandwich or something.
Thanks.
It's no thing. You know, you've done a lot to get to this point. You've been through a lot to get to this point, and we haven't made it any easier on you. So, the fact that you're here, you know, it speaks volumes.
So you guys head inside.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna eat some food from this psychopath. Some psychopath kitchen.
When
Can I
hear
roll to see what we find in the kitchen?
Ooh, I'm in the kitchen.
Oh no, my least favorite meal.
The moment that I hear the door, like essentially hear them come in, the dining room is the second right down the hall. I'll be there momentarily. Drinks are already waiting. And if you go to the dining room, there's a place setting for each of you, and there's a mimosa in front of each of you, and there's some French toast.
Dang.
This will be like the 5th meal that I've had.
Waylon's a hungry boy.
One of these days, food will not sway me so.
Just not today.
It's an aspect.
Today's not that day.
It's trouble.
Trouble.
As you're cooking, your cell phone rings. Now that it's back on.
Perfect. He checks what's in the oven right now to make sure that's fine. Then he goes over and he answers.
French
answers
toast
the phone.
and something in the oven? Wayland is
Hello.
drooling.
Kieran needs an update. It's Haven.
We know what Haven sounds like, thank you.
I like the idea that Haven has the
Kieran needs an update. It's Haven, by the way. I don't know if you have caller ID.
That was for the listeners. I don't think they forgot what Haven sounds like.
Oi, it's your boy Haven.
Haven on the track. Haven plays the triangle now.
Nice. Way to save it.
Thanks.
Nice.
Well, what do you have to share?
He needs an update from you, Syrkon.
Oh, I thought you needed to give me an update. I was waiting for Kieran's update. Did you explain to him how you colossally fucked everything up?
Where's Tobias?
Safe. Where's the old lady?
Safe.
Bullshit. I assume you got my message?
Thanks for that, by the way.
Yes.
I haven't been staying there since for a couple weeks, so it was no consequence.
I thought you'd like my redecoration.
Yeah, it was nice. You have 24 hours to deliver Tobias Pfeiffer. Or else this old broad will no longer exist. And on that note, neither will you. Kieran's kind of over your shit.
The feeling is mutual.
I'll be sure to tell him that.
So here's what's going to happen.
Snitch bitch.
We'll make the trade in the conservatory. You know which one. I bring Tobias, you bring the woman. Simple as that.
And you just get to walk away?
You can try to stop me if you'd like.
You can bet on that.
Give me the time.
1 a.m. tonight.
We'll see you there.
Hangs up.
Just as the phone call ends, the oven beeps.
That's
I got going.
4 hours.
Well, he was ready before, apparently.
Yeah. I asked if I said, give me a time. I'm ready.
Wayland has already housed the French toast. I'm sure Kit had one.
No, she passed hers to you and chugged the mimosa.
Actually,
Downed
That's the
it.
most questionable item to take from Syrkon is the drink.
Actually, I love the idea of that. I love the idea of like we sit down at the table and I take
And
your
then just
plate
swap
of French
it.
toast and you take my mimosa.
Without even talking about it, it just happens. Yeah.
Kit knows
Yeah.
though, as much as she doesn't like or doesn't trust like Syrkon right now, she knows he wouldn't dare do it in front of Theo.
Also true. I'll wait till Theo's back before I return with my final.
I think Theo would catch the end of that phone call.
Okay.
With the amount of time they were out talking on the porch, I feel like that's an adequate shower time. And
We don't know
Do
if Theo
you
was
walk into the
crying.
kitchen or the dining room?
the kitchen.
We don't know if
Okay.
we don't know if Theo was crying in the shower.
I
You're
can't
wet.
believe I've got 2 dates and I'm so hot.
I have a pair of cufflinks you can borrow if you'd like to hide those holes.
That's probably a good idea.
Happy to help. Would you mind carrying this tray out? And he hands you a tray of sticky buns.
Theo grabs them. Where am I going?
Dining room, that way. And Syrkon
Alright.
grabs a refill pitcher of mimosas and follows.
I've got sticky buns.
Oh shit, Waylon does this thing.
And syrup's dripping
Clack,
down
clack,
his
clack,
face. Theo
Come on,
kind of
syrup
sets
drip,
him
dude.
down.
He's a gentleman. Come on.
Theo just sets down the sticky buns and then just sits in a chair and just stares. Waylon, we should probably fill you in on some missed conversations.
I'm all ears.
I feel like this is kind of for naught with how long we've been working together. I intend on going to war with Kieran. I intend on taking over his organization. If Sigurd's Reach follows or not, that is a conversation you and I can have with your intent to restructure that organization.
Yeah, as soon as we deal with Kieran, I gotta talk to the boy.
Should also probably let you know that 2 of them attempted to take my life. I am standing they are not.
I know that there were traitors before I left amongst the group. There's some bad seeds that are going to have to be removed. And if you did that preemptively, no skin off my back.
Fair enough.
So these sticky buns are amazing. You guys should definitely try one.
Thank you. My mother used to bake frequently. I learned it from her.
This just in. Syrkon has a
Syrkon.
family, you guys.
Syrkon wasn't made in a test tube?
I did not walk out of non-existence into existence.
Bullshit.
I
And
had
then
a
Theo
family.
starts drinking his mimosa.
Theo, you get a text.
From
Where are you?
Where
You up?
are you?
And I'm so horny.
Because Molly, the forensic tech, was under impression that you were picking her up at 7, but
I don't think that was stated.
you said
We're having
Thursday-
brunch right now. So.
Yeah.
It's the not even afternoon yet, right?
Yeah, it's about.
It took me less than 2 hours
right
from the
it's
Iron
about
Quarters to get here, and it was the morning time.
noon. Okay, well then, if that wasn't stated, I know it said Thursday at 7, but didn't say how. So you're starting to get texts basically from both of them, like where are we meeting? You picking me up? What's the plan?
Theo texts Molly back, I will pick you up at 7. Then Theo texts, what was it, Rita?
Retta.
I'll meet you in the VIP lounge at 8:30.
The VIP lounge, is that like a club?
No, I'm assuming it's the same location, but just like, or she's gonna be like the VIP portion, and Molly is gonna be in like the entry, like the general entry area.
They're seated at opposite corners of the place.
Correct.
Yeah.
What's the place? Where are you taking them?
I thought we had established this already.
I think Molly wanted to go to that one place.
Like, I thought there was a club that we had already established that was behind.
Kieran's club?
Kieran's club?
I think so. Yeah.
Is this the
I was
one?
not concerned.
Or something was the
Listen, I am here to further a plot.
Molly wanted to go to that new place that just opened up.
Oh
Yes, that's right.
God, yeah, that fancy
Damn, you hit that O exactly like Disturbed. Like that That like invoked some shit in me. You're like, oh, and in my head I'd already heard the wah, like
I'm
that
seeing
was
them tonight.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry. Games. My bad.
So there's Experience. That's the club. That's Kieran's club. But the new place is in the Iron Corners called The Spot. And it's kind of a gentrified club in the industrial district.
Gentrified? We're not going to a gentrified club. Theo is not a piece of shit. To some people, he is.
Not always a piece of shit.
So you're going to Experience?
Yeah. I'm here to further a plot.
All right.
And I just feel like it'd be a lot more fun if Kieran's aware that Theo does not give a fuck.
Okay.
Listen, we got things to do, and there's Theo backstory that I still want to explore.
Okay. So you're picking Molly up at 7.
Yep.
And Retta's meeting you at Experience in the VIP lounge
Yes.
at
8:30.
30. Okay. Okay.
Are you telling us about any of this?
Oh, for sure.
What's
I
the play?
wholeheartedly expect tonight to go off the rails because I'm taking them both to Experian.
Why?
Mostly to piss on Kieran's shoes.
Terrific. I've just spoken to Haven. It is time to offer a trade for the Pfeiffers.
Theo immediately looks at Kit to see her read on.
Syrkon does not.
Classic Syrkon.
We will be meeting at a greenhouse in the greenhouse district where Haven and I have disposed of several projects together for Kieran Gold.
What time?
1 a.m.
Theo makes a group chat with the other enforcers, with Quinn, Planer, and Loria to go to whatever location that Syrkon is talking about now to start setting up for this exchange.
I'll send you the address.
So what sort of things are you instructing them to do to set up?
They need to just, 1, be armed, and then 2, be aware of who is coming and going, and then to give us updates if they see anybody from the Gold family.
I will remind you that I trained Haven myself. Be sure to tell them to be extra cautious. The man
Yes.
is a snake.
I am assuming he's also going to be doing the same thing, but we're not going into this blind.
Agreed.
And I'm assuming you have some level of secret entrances.
We do. But we will arrive at 1 a.m. with Tobias Pfeiffer.
The hell you are?
There it is.
This plan will not work without him there. We have discussed this.
Mm-hmm.
You
We've
can be there
discussed
if
it.
you'd like.
Apparently, I'm
Theo grimaces at the idea of Kit being there.
Apparently, there are people who don't want me there.
I have been very, very vocal about not wanting you involved in any of this.
The plan remains. As far as they know, we will arrive at 1 a.m., exchange the Pfeiffers, and then Haven and I fight to the death.
Theo smirks at that.
Okay. They're gonna take him to some kind of gold stronghold to question him, right? That's the whole idea.
If they
And-
leave the room with him, yes.
Okay, well, I could be a contingency. I could easily, get into the vehicle and relinquish him from their control. That shouldn't be a problem for me at all. I could just tail them.
He'll be safe as houses.
This guy fucking... What the fuck is this guy ever saying? I eat another sweet bun.
Theo leans over.
He refills. He
No
gives you a
fucking idea.
mimosa.
I'll drink this one. Yeah, I'll drink this one. Oh, sweet. So sweet.
I like how you think you can just play fast and loose with people's loved ones.
Do you have a better option?
Why don't we trade you?
How would that help anyone else? I'm already on the table.
It helped me.
You had your chance.
I wasn't the one that screwed it up. Done bun.
Syrkon drops gaze.
Hmm. If my dad's there, I'm there. There's no... We're not bargaining. We're not compromising. If he's there, I'm there.
It sounds like she drives.
Theo blatantly looks around. Well, your father's not even here, so we now are under the assumption that one, he is going to choosingly come back with us, choosingly being involved in this, and knowing any father figure, he is one happily going to trade his own life for his mother, and sure as hell is not going to allow his daughter to be present. It's notable and admirable that you want to be involved in this. There are a level of contingencies here at play that are going to be grimy on both sides of the coin. Likelihood that all of us come out of this unscathed isn't there.
I've got two things just to clarify. I've been debriefed on everything, right? Like we can say that I've heard of everything. So it sounds to me like we've got the Knights of Axiom and the Light Guard. Like, who's to say we can't shut the whole operation down tonight? We tip off the Light Guard for a
Theo
perimeter.
does the one eyebrow. I can't actually do it. We could make this a very legal circumstance.
We've got the only thing that I don't know is how much of the Light Guard is in the Gold's pocket. We know that one guy is straight, and maybe we just ask him to bring all of the officers he trusts. I don't know how many numbers that'll be, though.
It doesn't matter. There's individuals that we can bring at play that make this a very public event that will definitely help resolve a lot of these issues.
Before we leave this table, we have to be on the same page. Going forward, it becomes more dangerous for us than it has ever been. And I'm willing to say I have made mistakes with each and every one of you. But I'm here to say something. My mother, as I said, taught me how to bake.
The
Lovely woman.
Inquisitive look again.
And something she always chastised me for was my overconfidence. My overstepping.
Kit's gonna cackle.
It's not lost on me that the flaw remains. But something valuable she taught me is that, much like baking, if you burn your trust, the only way to rebuild it is to start from scratch. So before we leave this table, I propose we start from scratch.
Theo is just going to look at Kit. There's a lot of unwritten rules in this game. rules that I really hope you don't have to learn, but if you are so insistent on being brought into this lifestyle, you need to learn to bury things now. There's a level of forgive and forget that has to go into this life. You're going to work with people you never thought you would. You're going to have to stand beside people and hope they don't stab you in the back. And it's a possibility, but you can't survive without this. And if there's any level of hatred, any level of hoping for failure, you're not putting them at risk, you're putting everybody else involved at risk. You turning on Syrkon with your hatred right now doesn't hurt Syrkon. It hurts Nan, it hurts Tobias, it hurts myself, it hurts Wayland.
Nothing hurts me. Eats another sweet bun.
Didn't you get punched in the chest by several tentacles?
Yeah, it didn't hurt though.
Is that part of the debriefing? Did you guys?
Oh,
Do they know all of that part of what went down?
I feel like we should hand wave, otherwise we'll be recapping the last full season.
No, I think Theo
Just assume we
mentioned that
shared all this.
I think Theo mentioned that they killed an archluminary because he also mentioned that he is replacing another archluminary.
Okay.
And we've shared the Noriah Kai leading the knights and all of that.
Yeah. That's why I brought up the like having the pincer attack.
There's a lot at play here, and unfortunately, Kit, you are ground zero of all of it, but you're also ground zero for all of the anger felt in this room right now. I'm not saying it's justifiable, but if you want to be involved, it's buried now.
Deal.
I can only give you so many outs. This life sucks.
Yeah.
Syrkon raises his glass.
On one
Theo
condition.
unfortunately follows along.
I will bury feelings under one condition. When we all show up alive, and we will, you let me spar that one. And I point to Syrkon.
Spar.
Yeah, I want to
let's call it what it is. It'll be more than sparring. If you're gonna make this a contingency, say it with your chest.
I want to fucking punch him in the nutsack.
Theo doesn't even look at Syrkon. Agreed.
And she
That's not cool. Wait, you have to set the scene better. You have to set the scene better. She's sitting with a mimosa. She's like, we're gonna spar after this. She's trying to be all like cool about it. Right? Same with your chest. She's like, punch him in his nutsack.
gotta remember, she's 25, so she
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Punch him in his little stupid nuts.
God, I love it.
So
and
now,
she raises her glass.
I have
eyes
to
on
put the
Wayland.
fucking sticky bun down. God damn it. Do one of
Toast
these.
with the sticky bun.
hold on. I think he's got the sticky bun on his hook and is raising
Showed
that.
the hook.
Oh,
God
that's
damn
right.
it!
Yeah, I'll
You
have
no
it in
longer have
my
the hook.
wooden hand. Have it like on a finger.
So now the question is, do we play this game publicly or do we play the game privately? One is going to end in much more bloodshed, which means our two kidnappees much more likely at risk of being hurt.
I think the play is getting the knights involved for this Nan handoff and holding our light guard card for when we have Kieran at the crosshairs and not just his little fuckboy.
Kieran's not on the table in this circumstance.
I'll send word to my best friend Vox.
I think with the
Theo gives you the nastiest look.
I think with the greenhouses involved, we have to. I think we have to involve the Knights of Axiom.
Agreed.
I need to call the commander. And Theo is going to get up and he's going to give the commander a call.
Okay. Anything else at the table before that call?
Oh, yeah. I just want to clarify. Are we going to provide cover for your date? Because it's going to be Kieran Gold's fucking backyard, right?
Well, the issue there is metagame. Syrkon is not allowed in that building. Wayland, you're probably not allowed in that building.
Well, I would go disguised for sure.
Yeah, I think the two of you, 100%. I don't think Syrkon is able, and I think Syrkon would need to go to the greenhouse and probably prepare.
Yeah.
Because we like to split the party. Bozer's dying on the inside because there's a possibility we don't come back together after this.
Or ever again.
I have to make preparations in my room. I hope Kieran Gold will be visiting soon.
You and me both.
So you give Commander Orin a call. Mrs. Orin.
It's Theo.
Yes.
Off the record, there may be a issue tonight.
What kind
He has 2 dates with 2 different women.
How?
That's preposterous.
That's the single most evil thing happening in this city.
That's not why I'm calling you. Ignore them. How many Light Guard members do you trust are not in Kieran's pocket?
1 moment. And you kind of hear the
Pulls
phone.
out an abacus.
You kind of hear a ruffling of the phone. And about 30 seconds later, you hear behind the phone, you can hear outdoor sounds.
A door closed, locks take place, shutters shut down.
You hear outdoors, he left the entire building.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Why do you ask?
Because the information I am about to provide you is going to be making you operate in a gray area. An area that you must decide if you are willing to operate in for the sanctity of keeping as many innocents safe as possible.
I told you I don't want a war on my streets.
And me contacting you is to help you avoid that war from spilling over in these streets. But for you to be involved in this, you do not show up. You wait for the spillover to take place. You will turn a blind eye to what is going to be taking place, and I can assure you, nobody outside of those involved in the underground will be involved. But if I loop you into this and you stab me in the back and move in, that war is no longer underground. It is now public, and there are going to be more innocents at stake than there are at the moment.
Mr. Maxwell, let me get one thing straight. I am the commander of the Light Guard of the city of Aurora.
Do you remind yourself that often?
I did not get to this place easily. I've been placed in this position with the utmost respect, and I honor this position. One thing I do not love is being jerked around by a private citizen. We both want the same thing.
The difference here is you have rules and regulations, guidelines that you are forced to oblige by. I do not. And there's a reason why everything is in the state it is, because you are bound by that red tape and can't do a fucking thing about it. So yeah, you may have been appointed, but I am the one keeping this peace. So you either work with me, and I can help you solve a lot of fucking problems and close those cases that are stacking up higher and higher in your office. Or you keep that stick up your ass and I'll do the business that I need to do. And you can simply deal with the aftermath, missing all of that vital information you need to desperately solve these problems. I'm not asking you to cross bounds. I am not asking you to break your oath. I am giving you the option to be aware of a circumstance that may or may not take place, with the ability to take some very dangerous individuals off of the street in a legal sense. Or I can do what I do. You deal with it afterwards and don't have a lick of fucking evidence to work off of.
Where and when may this event may or may not take place?
1 a.m., 2 blocks outside of the greenhouse. And Theo hangs up the phone.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I'm also operating on the assumption that there were multiple greenhouses, and I was being vague enough that this isn't a problem.
Yeah, the greenhouses are like an entire district of the city.
Okay, perfect. That was Theo's intent then. I wanted to make sure that I didn't fucking put my foot in my mouth by not remembering
district,
shit.
The district will be on alert now. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you've got some time before your date tonight. Is there anything that you guys are wanting to do? Anything specifically with setting up at the conservatory?
Wayland, please go take a shower.
Wayland is going to shower. He's going to shave and cut his hair.
Ooh.
Interesting. What kind of hairdo does Wayland have?
He's gonna look just like Theo, so we can fucking parent swap.
I'm gonna look like a 20-year older version of Theo.
Yeah.
But no, I'll just like. Actually, it might be Theo's haircut, but I was just gonna shave my face, leave the mustache, and then just like I'm cutting my hair myself, right? So I'm gonna shave my head, but just like around the sides and leave the longness at the top because I'm not gonna fuck with it, and I am not gonna be dexterous enough to cut with scissors.
Kit can help.
Hey.
Kit can help.
Ooh, Kit and Wayland bonding moment.
She likes Wayland best at this point.
Damn.
Yeah. So what you'll see, I guess, I'll come out of the shower, and my beard, this like whole like massive weight will be gone. Just left the mustache in, and then I guess because I came out of the shower, like the sides of my head is shaved, and then there's just like all of this fucking hair, just like slicked back from the shower water.
Kit, will you both roll? I wish there was like a dexterity check.
Like a
Will you
hot
roll
like a hot
friendship?
roll.
I guess crafting. Roll a crafting roll.
The only time it's ever going to be rolled.
Because that's the closest I can find to anything within Fate. That's
There's
like a
scissors in
dexterity.
crafting. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Kit's a great crafter.
I don't think I'm very good at crafting.
I rolled a 3 because I rolled 3 negatives.
Ouch.
No, I rolled a 1 negative, but I don't know.
All right, so it looks pretty much like what you were aiming for. It's not a professional cut.
Oh, she just took some length off of the top, kind of thing.
Just to see how well your haircut turned out.
Oh, okay, nice.
If it rolled really bad, I was gonna make you look funky.
Damn, you do me like that?
I do that. No, the dice do you like that.
That's Fate, baby.
Hey.
You
Okay,
definitely
cool.
look like Captain Hook.
No.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I just want to look a little bit more proper or whatever, and then I guess I'll go to Syrkon and go. I'm gonna need a suit.
Thought you'd never ask.
It's a
And-
weird thing to anticipate me asking for, but
I'm gonna sidebar like Wayland.
oh, okay, sure, yep.
His lost and found is in his room.
I'll just like kind of smirk and go, I'm a big boy. I can go in his hurt room. But thank you.
And she's gonna like pat his shoulder and walk away.
And yeah, I kind of just like, I'll posture myself, make sure that I'm at least 4 inches taller than Syrkon. I'll follow him to his hurt room.
Yeah, my hurt room. We go down there and I go into the closet and reach in, like, know exactly where I'm looking. I reach in, I pull out, and it's the clothes
exact
you were
outfit.
wearing. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's too conspicuous, but I'll do it anyway.
I don't know if these still fit.
If anything, they would probably be loose.
Could be.
Because I haven't been eating. I've just been training for the past. But I guess I'll try them on. Do I have to roll for fitness?
No.
Roll for dapperness?
But would there be any sort of like emotional response by re-entering this room where you lost your hand?
I think that the trauma response would be to like block it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I enter the room and it's like I'm trying to dominate the presence. You know, like
Mhm.
be comfortable in the room as my way of overcoming it, kind of thing.
Sure.
So like I enter the room, you know what I mean, and like you pass through the threshold, and it's like I'm entering on my volition, kind of thing. And if anything, it'll like reinvigorate like the feelings of wanting to
He breaks
do
through his
right
mental
by-
plateau, and his body just fills in the clothes perfectly.
I am here.
Nice, yeah. But no, I think that if anything, it would kind of like re-bolster the feeling of like, you know, how I got here in the first place was fucked up, and I need to change that. You know what I mean? I need to make it. I need to make it right. Okay, so yeah, I put on my old suit, and I reach into the pocket, and I put my rings on.
Oh,
Shit.
I did not see that coming. That's fucking fantastic.
Okay. Nice. Love that little detail. So anything else that y'all are doing in the meantime before 8:30 or 7? And remember, Kit, your dad said he gave you an address for a cafe
At 10.
at 10. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing between now and then. Do I just... What do you like?
Oh, I don't know what to do with my
I don't know what to do with my
Ricky
hands.
Bobby.
Yeah, let's just
Okay.
do this for the rest of the.
To hang out is a fine answer. If like I don't need anything specific. I'm just checking if there's anything that you want
Oh,
to do.
I didn't know if Thea wanted me to go to...
Yeah, we need
Because
Theo
I'm
to
the
lay
only-
out what's the plan for tonight. We're
Yeah.
looking to you to set the plan. Everybody here at the table.
Yeah, you,
Oh, yeah.
seem to be, you have machinations going
Yeah.
on. We need to be a part of it.
Machination.
So all we know, to get all on the same page, is we know that our evening starts at about 7 and ends at about 1. Those are the concrete times that things have to get done. The date has to start, and then this is when the trade has to happen or Nan dies. So,
Whoa.
I didn't say it. Haven said it.
You did?
All right,
Um,
so
Did you want me to run as a buffer?
between you and Wayland, I might need to come and go between my associates. So while I am gone,
Wait, hold up. So you're calling these women associates?
well, we haven't defined our relationships, and
I mean, you
didn't
don't
wanna
need to
get-
define it, but pick a better name than associates.
That's-
I'm your
Is that really
associate.
what we need
He's
to
your
split hairs on right
associate.
now?
He's an asshole. And she points to Syrkon. Don't worry, I put it aside, but I'm still allowed to call him names.
This,
Agreed.
you're nuts.
Later.
What are you pointing with?
Why I oughta.
Damn it. With a wooden block that looks like hands.
There you go.
Listen,
Um,
I don't want Molly involved in any part of this. She is so outside of this life. I need to ruin this date expeditiously. But I want to maintain a relationship with her because I like her as a person.
You could just tell her that.
No, it's more complicated.
It's much
You
more
don't
complicated.
understand. You're
I've
a young
had to
woman.
cancel so many dates due to work conflicts. She needs to understand she is important.
So I'm going to give her 20 minutes of my time, and I'm going to act like an asshole.
Because I fucking love her. She's my everything. I need her to fuck off for
If
so
Theo
long.
wasn't Theo, this is who I'd want to be with.
Waylon, that's actually where I need you to come into play. I need you to have a problem, and I need your lawyer to solve it so I can get her out because it's going to take too long to resolve.
I have,
I could seduce her.
I'm sure you could, pal. So, Theo, what I was thinking is something a little bit simpler. I don't want to compound lies. I want to be there next to you, and I'll just be muscle. And it's as easy as me being at the next table behind you, coming up, whispering something in your ear like, "It's time to go, sir." And we
love
leave.
that idea, actually. Let's do that. Now,
And
Red
then
on
I
the other
seduce
hand,
her?
You
Or-
are going to the greenhouse.
Heard.
To clarify, that's the other big thing. We're going to Kieran's club. I just want to piss on his shoes, to be blatantly honest with you guys.
Will you put in a bet for me?
Absolutely not.
All right, fine.
And just to clarify, the club is separate from the casino, where
Oh,
That
that's
was-
true. The casino's below the club.
yeah, but they're still
I-
within the same confines.
They're all the same to me.
I'm such a big fan of Miss Retta's work. I'm sure her and I could find something to talk about.
Her and I's relationship is much more business transactional.
Mm-hmm.
And she and I have some things to put into play for her to make a large step forward in her career.
Is she the first date?
She's the second date.
I feel like that's the misplay. You have her as the first date. Business as usual. You have a meal, hug goodbye.
Right,
Then
but
you have
she
the real
is
date.
also a reporter, so if need be, if our late night fiasco needs some public attention, she knows the game.
She'll be
She
on
can
standby.
get her information necessary and be in a position to broadcast our safety.
Cool.
Syrkon, I've got 3 individuals available for your... You know what? Let me backtrack that because you're not using them as cannon fodder. I have 3 enforcers able to assist you in preparations for tonight.
Lovely.
But speaking of Axiom possibly being involved, where is Liana?
Oh,
She's
Liana. Sorry,
Oh.
go on.
Oh, no, sorry, you answer.
Liana and your secretary are safe. They're fleeing the.
So you lost
scene.
them.
They did
Perfect. Nope, that's all I needed to know. If you don't know where they are, I don't know where they are. Kieran doesn't know where they are. All right, and now for the shit conversation. Kit, if you had to choose one or the other,
I just knew it was coming to me when you said shit conversation. I was like, you're gonna come talk to me now.
yeah,
Don't ask me which one I would want to live.
you either can make that decision or we can make the decision based off what we are seeing in the moment.
I stand up. Waylon stands up. They're both gonna live.
They're both going to live.
That's not. You both cannot make these promises. You both are far too professional to know.
I
that's
lean
mistake
down.
number one.
I lean down so that I'm this close to your face, and I say, "They're both gonna live. Trust
And
me."
when they both die, I just want to go back on this moment and let you know that you both decided to make a promise that none of us can keep.
I know that they can't promise this.
You can talk to him, but I'm still this close.
I know they're not I know they're not making promises because they both know that you cannot make that in apparently this whatever. But they're at least giving hope.
If I'm as professional as I think I am, this is the least I can do.
Theo pulls out a legal pad and makes a pro-con list for each of them.
I drink another mimosa.
Bozer's furiously writing down, "Kill them both."
No, I'm just making official player cards for both of them.
Hell yeah. Hey, they
both
have
hold
to
their
have the
own.
chance to live and die just like any of us.
They've both shown that they can hold their own, so
I know clearly Nan is firearm literate. How is your father?
there are a lot of things I'm finding out about people this week.
So you have no idea. Got it. Is everybody
Yeah.
strapped?
Always. And
Absolutely.
I gesture to my fist. I'm always armed.
All right.
I-
So date, make our way to the greenhouse. Give a flawless exchange. Disappear. Contingencies. War breaks out. Light Guard will be in proximity. They know major players can be removed from this circumstance. And there's a mutually beneficial understanding for us to be allowed to leave. If any of you are captured, you keep your mouth shut and you call your lawyer. Any questions?
So when do I seduce her? I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding.
Nan's all yours, bud.
The only other detail that I want to just like
The hell
specify,
she is.
the only other detail I want to specify is I'm going to put driving gloves on both my hands. So
Nice.
The three of us can't show up together.
oh, I'm gonna ride in your car. I'm gonna be a part of your detail.
Hmm. I believe we
Alright.
need to take at least 2 cars, the 2 of you in one, Kit, Tobias, and myself in the other. As you go inside, we will wait. Call us, and we can listen in case you need us.
I will.
Otherwise, if
give-
you need to make a quick exit, we have a running car outside.
I will
I don't
give one of you Toric. Denton can drive us.
Perfect.
I don't think my father in the same car as you is a safe idea.
He has to be there for the exchange anyway. Would you rather
Yes.
lose him again?
No.
Syrkon
that's
has
not-
a point. If he shows up without Tobias, Haven's going to know something is going on.
Nen will be
I-
killed immediately if they do not see Tobias the moment they lay eyes on us.
I get that. But I don't want to be blindsided as well.
Well, keep
I-
your eyes open then.
I don't think you're just not being tailed.
So what do we do with Tobias to make sure he's safe until we need him?
He's safe now.
You are operating off a very large assumption with the most wanted man free to roam.
I know where he
Memory Not
is.
fully there.
Well, I can't meet him until 10 o'clock anyway. So the man's safe until then.
So then we pick him up at 10 o'clock. I'll add that to the list. So do I get shotgun then?
Theo's gonna head out to go talk to Torek and Denton.
Okay.
I'm gonna polish off the sticky buns.
With your gloves on?
I will remove my gloves. No, you know what? I won't use my hands. I'll bob for them.
Nice. I'll show Kit to the treasure chest, which is like it opens up like those fucking Borderlands chests where just once the lid opens, it comes out
He
displaying.
has to remove the sex toys
Nice.
because the guns are actually underneath them, hidden.
Oh, the sex toys are on the bottom. That's where the shock and awe happens.
Shock
Like
and
you've
awe.
seen the size of this, but how about this?
Wait, I love the idea. I love the idea of shock and awe being your two favorite dildos and one vibrator.
I
Just
believe
go all
in the
Saints
backstory we
Row.
established I used shock on you.
Just go all Saints Row.
Kit, what do you pull from the treasure chest?
Shock and awe. Throw him over her shoulders real quick.
Like
I
nunchucks.
like,
have an
"Nunchuck?"
answer, but I need to change it.
Okay, it's not a vibrator though, right? Just to be clear.
Nunchuck dildos.
I was gonna go all Saints Row and just big purple.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's just probably gonna be something that I can conceal.
A
Probably bigger
firearm? Or like
Yeah.
something sharp?
Well,
Yes.
There's
yes.
also, if you'd prefer,
There's also what?
blunt instruments.
I have a wrench, so
Mm-hmm.
probably something bigger than the gun that Nan gave me.
Okay. And are these real bullets you're using, or
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Theo had to
Yep.
give up his gun. Ah, fuck. I need a gun too.
Come on over.
'cause
Come on over, baby.
interestingly enough, you open this chest and there's all these things, but Syrkon, there are two little vials of a
Mm.
purple liquid.
And I grab them and I pocket them.
Kool-Aid jammers. Yum yum.
He does like, and when I do it, I like it's so instinctual to see them and like, all right, I need to re-up, and I grab them, and before I put it in my pocket, I pause because I feel
Kit
Kit
staring.
see me.
Yeah, can I roll perception? Can I roll perception to see if I watched him do it?
Yeah. I mean, were you
Okay.
trying to be stealthy about it?
No, it's like
Okay,
force of
then-
habit.
Yeah, I
think
don't know. I
would
feel
be
like
there
that would just
there.
be out.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
pretty
if that's a
blatant.
perception roll.
'Cause
Well,
I wasn't-
yeah, I'm probably putting bullets in the gun at this point, so I'm probably
that's
scared.
Pop him.
could be.
Pop him
Say.
in Syrkon. And end his whole career.
Oh no!
Desk pop.
I'm not, but I'm staring at him.
Wait, you never done a desk pop?
Puts them in his pocket.
Use a mirror next time.
Okay. Well, with you guys strapped and not clapped for
yet.
tonight,
Theo's doing some clapping.
where does that fit in the schedule? Do you want to pencil that in?
Depends on how well the dates go.
We have an hour at 9, between 9 to 10. We have to pick up her dad.
Guys, we almost roleplayed more than 2 hours in game time.
That's
That's
pushing it
almost.
with how much bullshit we have said in between. This is going to be
Almost.
getting trimmed pretty heavily.
But where you guys are preparing for tonight, preparing for the dates, preparing for a trade-off of Nan and Tobias, preparing for potentially an
Their
entire
last night.
war, and maybe for some of you, the last day in Aurora.
We turned this running joke of this date of Bozer and I flirting with into each other. It's something that's going to have to be cut short because we're going to have to get ready for this war. Or this date's gonna be 3 episodes long before we even get to the trade-off.
I love that people thought we were just gonna go with the 2 dates in 1 night trope, and then we added a war on top of it.
That's been done.
Yeah,
But
double dates have been done.
I
But
show
have you ever
you-
started a war and traded a hostage?
that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Because we aren't even getting started into all of that goodness until next week.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Woo! I'm
Jeepers.
so proud of you for all being together and making a plan,
To
discussing.
separate the party.
But it's a planned separation.
We had a lot of beef to squash and a lot of getting on the same page to do. So this felt like the right time.
Yeah. No SEAL Team 6, can become a SEAL Team 6 in less than a week.
Right.
That's how the saying goes.
Austin rolled this game.
Dude,
Oh, it's like you were cursed.
I am cursed. That's why I'm a great DM. I promise. Like, all of my deadly encounters are easy because, like, this dragon can't hit you. He just freaking 3 attacks and a legendary attack, and none of them hit. It's like you get to feel like all powerful.
But all of you watching or listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for today's episode of Cloudscape. Who knows where the story's going, but we are so glad that you were joining us. Make sure that you stop back another day for a Monday Geek Out Sesh at 8:30, where we interview amazing geek guests each and every week. Wednesdays, we go live with T as he paints, he plays games,
He does something.
hangs out. It's our chance just to vibe with you. And then Thursdays, right back here for Cloudscape. And we've got a new RPG project coming up soon. Or maybe it happened.
Or it will happen. Those are the options.
Time.
It's a weird soup.
So make sure you
Gross.
check that out. That's a great collaboration between us and Let's Get Rolling. Another great collaboration, including this one, where they are playing alternatives D&D, doing a how to play, doing a review, and doing an actual play, so you know what you're getting yourself into, and you can go support great indie TTRPG creators. But until next time, I am Bozer,
I'm Britt.
I'm Josh.
I'm Austin.
I'm T.
and you just keep geeking out.
Geeking out.
Mwah. Bye-bye.